Hello YouTube, this is Alexis the Transgender Duelist, and today I have a special guest with me. Say hello.
Hi, hello everyone.
Now this is my friend Toots, and today we're going to be looking at his madolche deck profile, as he's probably the best madolche player I know out of everybody on Dueling Books /DN /Discord. So I decided to go ahead and give him a showcase out on my channel, since his build's a lot better than any madolche deck I can build, frankly.
Yeah, so this build took me around 3 months to be perfect. No, joking, like 2 weeks. So I had to test a lot to find an equilibrated list. So the final one is the one that we are going to showcase now.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and start with the first monster, which is Gofu.
Yeah, Gofu is the link 3, the instant link 3. So it is. I keep it at 2 because sometimes you break with 2 Gofus in hand.
You want me to go ahead and explain the combo just in case people don't know it?
Yes. So you need to have you don't have to control any monster. So you special summon Gofu, and the effect of Gofu summons 2 tokens. From those 2 tokens, you get a proxy dragon, and that proxy dragon and Gofu make the Ghost Talker.
Yeah, and that basically just gives you 2 extra monsters, and it does give your opponent an extra one, but I don't think that's ever really a relevant thing.
Yeah.
So next you have triple Lone Fire Blossom.
Yes, Lonefire Blossom, it helps you to take out your Predaplant engine. If you keep it at 3, you must tribute all the copies in the same turn, otherwise they will be death cards in the deck.
Yeah. So do you ever use them for anything else, or is it just purely to get into your Predaplant?
I have, when I made the Predaplant engine, I really loved it because it makes the deck so fast. And I thought it was the Link summon, but then I knew about the existence of Gofu, so it changed a lot. And now with the Preplants and Lonefire, it is way too fast.
Sounds good. So next you're having triple Madolche and Jelly.
Yeah, Madolche and Jelly basically tributes itself to special summon a Madolche, and what people forget a lot is that it cannot be destroyed by battle, the monster that it summons. So it is a very good card to protect your field in case that you need it. And I keep it at 3 because, well, it is basically a Hootcake plus Messengelato in any way.
Yeah. So what do you want to normally summon off of Madolche and Jelly with your deck?
Yes.
No, I mean, what do you want to summon off of her?
Usually I like to summon Hootcake, but if I run out of Hootcakes and I just need a higher attack monster, I go for Messengelato or for Magilane.
Sounds good. So next we're running the triple Madolche Hootcake, which, if I remember correctly, is the main combo starter of the entire deck.
Yes, this is the key for the Madolche combos. If you don't have Hootcake, any Madolche combo won't work, because its effect is very good. It banishes any monster in the graveyard. It doesn't matter if it's Madolche or not, and it special summon a Madolche monster. So with Hootcake, what you want to do is to summon Messengelato, because Messengelato will trigger, and you add any of your 2 Madolche cards, we are Chicket or Chateau.
So is that like the best thing to do, is summon out Messengelato? And what if you already have that combo going? Is there anything else you want to summon out?
Well, you usually want to summon out a level 4 Madolche, but if you want to try with a good rank 3 Xyz monster, then you can go for a Mewfield.
So next you're running the triple Madolche Magdalene, I believe she's pronounced?
Yes, well, I don't know the pronunciation either, but, well, this card is very good because if you have Magilane and Brilliant Fusion, you basically can normal summon whatever you add with Magilane, because Seraphina will give you an extra summon. And Magilane is the searcher of our deck. It can add any Madolche monster we like. So I usually like to begin my combos with Angeli and Hootcake, so any of those 2 that you can add with Magilane is perfect for these situations.
Do you ever think she's a little bricky at 3, or do you think you should always run her at 3?
I think that it is okay at 3 because, well, I like to have it in my starting hand because it combos very good with the Brilliant Fusion. And sometimes you get to draw 2, but that is not a big issue because if you have something like Red Up and Scorpio, you can discard it.
Good point. Next, you're running the triple madolche messengelato, which I believe you bumped up to 3 recently because you were dueling my Care Bears the other day, and you said you only ran 2 at that time.
Yes, so I decided to run 3 of them because usually you get 2 of them in your combo. So if you miss any of the madolche cards, of the spell cards, you will like to have it because she gets plus 2 if you control a fairy madolche will get you an extra summon, which means extra monsters that you can have. So it is very good for the one-turn kills.
It's also level 4, so you can go into madolche Queen Terajamasu, which is like a complete power creep proof card.
Mm-hmm.
And then you run the one single Mewtwo.
Yeah, I have found that Mewtwo at 2 or more, it is very bricky because if you have 2 of Mewtwo's, you can do like very limited things. You could get, yes, for example, an Invoker and a Messengelato, but you don't like Mewtwo to be to have 2 of them on the hand. You can either discard it with Scorpio if you have 2 of them, but I think that keep it in at 1, it is good, especially because you can search it with Magilane. So there is no need for it to be at 2 in this deck.
Sounds like a good thing. I was testing out madolches, and I found that the only time I really wanted in my hand was when I bricked. You're running the one. You're running 1 Max C, so I'm not even going to bother explaining that one. I don't think anyone needs explanation.
Yeah, Backseat is the best hand trap ever.
You're running the 1 Trick Clown, which I can only assume is purely to combo up with Brain Fusion, right?
Yes, I use it. I used to use the electromagnetic turtle, because it prevents attacks. But when Link Summon came out, I decided that Clown had to took the place of that turtle because it can summon itself, and then you take 1000 damage. The damage is really irrelevant at this point, but it is 1 extra material for any rank 4 or a Link monster that you would like to take out.
So I have one other question. Why do you only run a single light target and not run like a second one just in case?
I used to run only 1 Ghost Ogre, but I've been lucky that I haven't drawn the Tree Clown. But yeah, you're right. I mean, I still thinking what to add, but I think that with 1, it has a good balance on the deck still.
Okay, then that's fair enough. So you're running the Predaplan engine. Do you just want to quickly go over what its purpose in the deck is?
Yes, the Predaplans of the deck are Jarring Tuina Cobra and Ophiuchus Scorpio. So what Scorpio does is that you can send 1 monster from the hand to the graveyard and special summon 1 Predaplant monster. Since you don't have any other alternative than to get Cobra, you want to special summon it. When Cobra is special summoned by a Predaplant effect, you can add 1 Polymerization or Fusion card, which in this case we will add Brilliant Fusion, or if you had Brilliant Fusion, you can add Instant Fusion. So yeah, so this combo also gives you a rank 3 that usually you want to go with Invoker so you can get a Messengelato, or if you have anything banished, by some reason you can get Levier.
Yep. And then you run 1 Garnet just for the Brain Fusion. I don't think I need to really explain that card.
Yeah, I tried to run 2, but running 2 has its bad things, because if you draw 1 Garnet, it is basically dead card that it provides nothing to your combos. So I keep it at 1, and if you draw that 1 Garnet, well, that's really sad for the combos.
But it's not if you draw the Garnet, it's when you draw the Garnet. Because let's face it, when you're running a 1, you're drawing it more often than when you have the 2.
Mm-hmm. So I think that it's perfect for the deck, and it is also mandatory because Brilliant Fusion requires those. So
And then you're running the triple Brilliant Fusion just to get the Seraphonite.
yes, the best card in the deck, because you will get an extra normal summon and Seraphonite, which it is an earth monster. So you have another earth monster in the field, you can go for it with Mrs. Radiant after using the normal summon that Seraphonite provides. So I keep it at 3 because it is the best way to start a combo.
So you're running Cosmic Cyclone. I assume that's just so that if you're fighting something like True Draco, you can get rid of their back row without them triggering, right?
Yes, and it is Cyclone. It could have been Twin Twisters, but also Pendulum Magicians are starting to become a thing, and especially those magicians who trigger when they are destroyed. So if you banish them, it stops the duel or monster get destroyed, or that they add a Pendulum Graph card. So I find Cyclone a perfect card for this deck.
You're running the 1 Instant Fusion. Any reason why you're not running a level 4 target for Instant Fusion just in case?
I would use it. Well, my extra card that I added only for the free space was Castle. So if you want to change it for any level 4 fusion monster, you can go for it. And the reason why I play Instant Fusion is because if you already have your Brilliant Fusion, you can add your Instant Fusion with Cobra. And well, again, Fusion is this Earth, so it can be used for Mrs. Radiant, which will open 2 extra spaces for you to use.
So you're running the 1 Madolche Chelato and 1 Madolche Ticket. Just quickly go over the whole combo between the two.
Alright, so these two, when a good hand starts with one of them, and the other is searched by Messenger Gelato. So Chateau has a mandatory effect when it is activated that shuffles all your Madolche monsters in the graveyard into the decks. And if you already have a Fairy Madolche, like Angeli or Tiramisu, you can use Ticket to special summon another Madolche, and this will extend your plays to get another rank 4 or a Link monster.
Actually, Ticket requires you to have a face-up Fairy type Madolche to special summon the card.
Yes, otherwise you add it to your hand.
So you're running 1 My Body as a Shield. I can only assume that's for like a Raigeki or something?
Yes, because, Raigeki, or sometimes I have problems with Torrential Tribute when I'm doing my combos, so I think My Body is a very good card to prevent those. The 1500 life points you have to pay, worth it completely, because it is a very good card for your self-defense, especially because your Madolche deck is very vulnerable to any card like Raigeki or Dark Hole.
Speaking of Raigeki, I see you're running a single Raigeki. Not really going to explain that. I think everyone knows what Raigeki does. You're running the 1 Bottomless Trap Hole, 1 Floodgate Trap Hole, and 1 Trap Tricks Hole Nightmare. I assume that's for a reason, or is it just there to have versatility?
They are there because when you have to go first turn, instead of ending your combos with Madolche Tiramisu, you like to end with Trap Tricks of Flecha. So it can be used to counter your opponent's combos. Bottomless, it is self-explanatory. Destroying and banishing a monster that can be key to a combo, it is a very nice technique you can use. Now, Floodgate Trap Hole. Okay, so when your opponent summons a monster, change that monster to face down position, and it cannot change your vital position. This is perfect when your opponent uses his extra monster zone with a monster that is not a Link monster, because it blocks that zone, and since it cannot be used as any type of material to summon another extra deck monster, it is a very good way to block your opponent. And last but not least, Trap Tricks that fall out. So Nightmare. Let's see if that's Nightmare. That's Nightmare. So when your opponent, when a monster that was a special summon this turn activates its effect on your opponent's side of the field, negate the effect, and if you do, destroy that card. This is more like a secret surprise card, because no one plays it nowadays. but it is a really good card against many decks.
Hey, Toots, be quiet for a second. I just logged out due to inactivity. I gotta re-log in.
Alright.
Don't worry, I'll just quickly edit this part out and we'll just pick up on the next card.
Alright.
Also, before I start, I'm gonna make one little joke / question, just because I know there's gonna be at least one person who asks to get in the comment section. You know that whole Victriminus dummy card, Link Monster?
No.
Basically, it just reads that you can link summon it during main phase 2 with any normal summon / set monster, and a lot of people think you can use a set monster even though you can't. So I'm just gonna ask that, and then we'll get back to the deck profile. Because I know there's gonna be at least one person that asked that.
I think I saw that card somewhere, but I mean, yes, I remember now. It had like two.
Yeah, 1 sec. I'm starting it back up. Okay, sorry about that, everybody. I logged out due to inactivity. So before we get back to the deck profile, what about the people who are gonna try to say that you can use a monster hit by Floodgate Trap Hole to link summon the new Victriminus dummy Link monster?
Yeah, so that's Link 1 monster, and that you can only summon in your main phase 2. Since you cannot use face downs to link summon, it blocks everything. So Floodgate was the best card to counter Zeus that many players started to use when the new combos were included to the deck.
So now let's just quickly go over the extra deck. We're running the one Fusionist, that's for instant fusion, right?
Yeah, Fusionist, well, it has been my little friend since I started with the madolche, because it was played all along with Northern, but the Northern was banned, so I had to cut instant fusion to 1. But it is an Earth monster, it is a level 3 monster, so it fits perfectly in the madolche deck. You can either use it for your Mrs. Radiant or for any rank 3 of your choice.
Then you have one Seraphonite. I don't think anyone needs explanation on what this card does.
It is a very good card.
Running one Gastel.
Yes, as I said before, this was my extra option just to fill the blank space. You can change it for whatever rank 4 or rank 3 that you want.
You're running the one Levier, that's because you banish a lot of stuff off of Hoot Cake, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
One MX Saber Invoker, that's purely to summon Messenger Lotto. Do you even have a second target?
No. I believe that I don't. Yeah, because Garnet is Pyro, and well, that yeah. So Gelato is my only warrior or beast warrior in the deck, but well, since it is only one copy of Invoker, usually with the combo of the Preda plants, you go for Invoker. Before using Invoker's effect, you normal summon Hootcake, and then use Invoker's effect. So Mesengelato can be summoned while you control a beast madolche, and it will add any of your madolche spell cards to the hand.
And also Invoker and Mesengelato are Earth monsters, so if you really need to, you can use it to summon a Mrs. Radiant.
Mm-hmm.
You're running the 2 Madolche Queen Teramatsu, which is basically the best card in the entire deck, and the only reason this deck is even worth playing, if you ask me.
Yeah, for me, this card is the best card in the game. I love the card. If I could have a real copy of the card, I would race to it. But, okay, what makes this card special is that, well, it requires 2 Madolche monsters, so it isn't generic. And the fact, you can detach 1 Xyz material, and then target up to 2 Madolche cards in your graveyard. Okay, we'll stop here. First of all, this is like when you're using Lumina. You must have a Madolche card in the graveyard to activate it. Now, shuffle those cards into the deck. Also, after that, shuffle cards your opponent controls into the deck up to the number of Madolche cards returned. So this does 2 perfect things for the deck. It recycles your cards to make new plays, and it shuffles stuff that your opponent controls. Since it is chosen under resolution, you don't have to target them. You can choose anything you want, even though they change stuff. So, well, it is a great card because it doesn't target, and some of the effects nowadays that trigger when they are destroyed or when they are banished. So shuffling into the deck is an excellent thing to do with many cards. So that's why I love this card.
Yeah, and after that, you really need Utopia package. I don't think it's necessary to explain that one either.
Yeah, it is a good way to get rid of high attack monsters.
You have one Tornado Dragon. I assume that's for if you have to go first, right?
Mm-hmm. Your Tornado Dragon, you can either end your turns with Tornado Dragon or Affliction. Whatever of those two is a good option to finish.
Then if you're running 4 Link monsters, you're running the 1 Decode Talker, 1 Mrs. Rainy, and double Proxy Dragon. I got one question. Why double Proxy Dragon, not just one in a secondary Link monster, like say, I don't know, Chocolom or Bomber Dragon, just in case?
The Bomber Dragon, well, it is funny because I had it in real life. I opened the pack and it was there, but I used 2 Proxy Dragons because, well, for your Gofu combo, you use one, and then there are some times in your combos that you need to open 2 extra zones, and you have things that you really don't need, like Tree Clown or any other monster that you have there. For example, after you use Invoker, well, you don't need it anymore, and you have already a Tree Clown. So if you have the Go Toggle already, you can go for a Proxy Dragon and open other 2 main monster zones for your Xyz cards.
Okay, that's a pretty valid reason then. So anything before we go ahead and hang up the video?
Nope. Well, the side deck is really of your choice. I mean, I like to play it this way because, well, this is my favorite side deck for this format. But you can have everything you want. I mean, I don't even know why I have a side deck because I only play singles. But, well, I also, one thing that I would like to say with this deck is that, well, this is my favorite deck in Yu-Gi-Oh! And you should play it if you want to have fun, but you don't. But well, it has its risk. If you are playing this deck, make sure to be your first turn, and instead of ending with a Madolche Queen, go for a Fleisha or Tornado Dragon. This will disrupt your opponent's plays, and they will not even know how they lost the game. So, well, that's my only recommendations for this.
Sounds good. So this has been Alexis, and this has been my friend Toots. Say goodbye, Toot.
Cheers, everyone. If you want to contact me, well, I'm Tote, or I am the Judge 4100. I do the worst job on LGB, so if I attend your call, you're probably lost.
Yeah, don't worry, everyone. He's a pretty good judge. I know him personally pretty well.
Thanks.
Anyway, we're signing out. Peace.
Peace.